I don't even know how it's possible to have this bad of luck. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Week 7 of the Fordyce budget build-off. Matt from the Scale Builders Guild and myself have taken the VS4-10 Fordyce RTR and upgraded it every week with a budget that's been determined by the Wheel of Fordyce. We spin the wheel every Wednesday on Livestream Takeover. And every Wednesday, it never fails that my result is so much worse than Matt's. This week, we spun the wheel again, and here is the outcome.
Wow.
I feel like I should go.
Real rich coming from you.
I feel like I should go first.
You feel like you should? Yeah, you have to go first this time. Oh, spin it. Spin the wheel. Praise wheel.
The desk was too high.
You have to move the desk.
It felt crowded. All right, here we go.
Okay.
It's on. It's starting on I declare bankruptcy, which I feel is a good sign that I won't get it. Here we go. Hitting the button.
There we go. Hit the wheel.
You've got to be fucking kidding me.
What did you get?
I got freaking Hot Wheels week again.
Yes. All right.
So as you can see, we got Hot Wheels week again. There almost couldn't have been a worse almost. Maybe one or two other outcomes that could have been worse, but that's it. So I lost $10 off of my budget from 60 down to 50. And last week at the end of the show, I didn't put the tally in the video, but I put it in the description, and I actually went a little bit over my budget last week. So I'm actually even a little bit further down. I got like $45 left to try and upgrade this week. And sometimes that just happens. Sometimes you're tight on budget and you just have to make things work. Luckily, I have a 3D printer to help with, some extra spiciness to it. So there's a few things that we're going to handle this week. First of all, we'll get the Hot Wheels side out of this. Last time, because I already got this result once, we picked up this blue hatchback Civic, which we took some cues off of. The white hood, the turbo exiting the hood itself, and then possibly wanting to do like some gold wheels like this car down the road. That was the first time we got it. From there, you can't do that twice. It's just too difficult. Not to say that I didn't still buy some cars, but I've got 4 cars here that I felt like had a little bit to do with this week. First of all, we had a little bluish mini truck. And this week I was thinking about some graphics, adding some things here and there. I found another Honda Civic, just like the blue one, but it's white. And it's got some graphics kind of offset on the hood, somewhat like how the blue one was. So graphics were something that I was obviously considering. And lastly, picked up a Fast and the Furious 9 Jeep Gladiator. And this one I thought was kind of interesting because it's got kind of a cool bed rack on the back. Now, we've already decided on the style of bed rack that we have, but this one's got some additional accessories in there, including a basket and some roto packs, a handful of things that you can kind of see tucked back in the bed there. So I felt like I would take some inspiration from these models. Anyway, that's the Hot Wheels section, and that's where $10 of my budget went. But graphics. I wanted to add a little bit of hood graphics. I looked at the 2 Honda Civics that we had there, that little mini truck, and I just was going to add something just small and simple. I liked the number on our original Civic. Had a number, had a little, Hot Wheels flamey logo above it, and then an R below it. I decided to just draw up a super quick graphic with the number that I always go with, which is 37, and then just a filled in stripe that I have my logo in. Something there. I've got a Cameo Silhouette. I think it's the Silhouette 4 or something like that. Anyway, I drew up something quickly in Adobe Illustrator and then just imported that over. It makes it so quick and easy. It's nice to have that tool here. I don't use it all that much. It's nothing like my printers or anything like that, but it's been useful a lot. If I painted, it'd probably be even more useful. Using a vinyl cutter is dirt simple. Anybody can do it. So it's like owning a printer that makes a lot more noise. If you're interested in one, that Cameo, I definitely like. It doesn't require the cloud service stuff like the Cricut does, so that's why I liked the Cameo. I'll put a link to which one I have in the description below. For our mechanical upgrade for the week, since I didn't have a ton of money left, there's only a handful of things that I would like to do, and my taste for those items is a little on the premium side. So I decided that I would do the aluminum motor plate upgrade. So this is just a exact replacement for the molded motor plate that's in the VFD currently. This isn't an upgrade that is a necessity. The molded motor plate isn't going to fail. It's not a part that it really has the stresses that are going to cause a failure. The benefit that I enjoy with the aluminum ones is that, especially if you're ever adjusting your gearing and you're trying to move your pinion, one thing that can happen and does happen with molded motor plates is that when you tighten the screws in there and it's holding your motor in place, they'll kind of indent into that molded plastic. And if you want to adjust it, it doesn't necessarily want to just stay in that new location where that gear mesh should be. It kind of wants to fall down in those indents that it previously made. So it's a small thing if you're not adjusting your mesh very often. You know, you're not changing out motors, you're running the stock one, just you're going to stay with that. You're not even going to notice that huge of a difference. Also, aluminum will be a bit of a heat sink. So if you're running a setup that you're going to build some heat and you want a way to help evacuate some of that heat a little bit easier, an aluminum motor plate can help with that. But again, I don't think that it's such a big difference that it would be a huge or noticeable difference, maybe a few degrees in temps if you were, temping it after consistent running. But with a lot of these systems, especially the fusion systems that, I've gotten here, heat is not that big of an issue. So more than anything, it's a convenience thing for adjusting gear mesh. I like the look. I like it's aluminum, which is cool. So it fits within our budget for this week as well. And we've pretty much got the rest of this transmission upgraded to where I would want it. It's going to be as strong as it needs to be in this car at this point. So it's just like one of those last things to make this pretty much a perfect transmission. This is also going to be one of the easiest installs for parts that we've done so far. And since I've done every other part so far, we're going to just go ahead and run through that process now as well. All right, for the last portion of this, like we were talking about with that Jeep Gladiator Hot Wheel, I liked the, kind of cargo solution that it had in the back of that Gladiator. So I decided to just make up a very simple little cargo basket for the back side of this roll bar setup. Now, In the roll bar setup, I had some mounts that were included that you could use that gave you additional mounting spots around the cage. And this is made to just drop right in there. So if you have this setup, this is going to drop right in. And it's basically just 4 screws to install it. It kind of keys in place around the attachment bolts. And then there's locations for 4 M3 screws. You're just going to use some shorty M3s to get those attached. And that thing's just going to be in there. So we end up with that little tray back there. Again, it's just super simple. If you wanted to put some scale accessories, I have a box. Scale parts. Is there anything that I have that I can put in there for giggles? I don't really keep like doodad, like scale trinkets. It's Kevin. I have a water jug and some like Proline fuel regulators. No. I did find some SBG scale decal sheets though. Our tray back there will easily fit a Hot Wheel. There, I have made it about Hot Wheels week now. The real story is though that we have 1 week left of this series. I have 1 chance left for redemption with the wheel. If we can end it with a bang, I will be so pleased. But I just need a W. You can watch the spin live Wednesday night, live stream takeovers at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. We usually do the spin sometime in the middle, around 7 or so, if you don't want to watch the whole thing. If this week I don't end up with a decent budget, I'm just cheating. I'm just going to cheat. This week, rather than asking you on suggestions of what to do for the truck, just tell me how you would cheat. How would you try and manipulate the rules? 7 weeks down, 1 to go. Come join us Wednesday for the live or next Wednesday for the final episode to figure out how this all ends up. Hope you guys have enjoyed this series so far. If you have, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already, hit the notification bell so you see the video as soon as it gets uploaded. No matter what my luck may have been. Appreciate you guys for watching. See you on the next one.